everybody, welcome to another episode of our Practice Story Thoughts, and today we'll be answering the question, what is it like to be autistic? 50-cent bets, let's go, wish us luck. For me, this is a hard question to tackle since everyone's experience is vastly different. However, I can tell you from my perspective growing up with both autism and apraxia, which is a speech disability, and before I forget, we just put $105 in the machine. Growing up, I knew that something was off. I could not quite place it. Whenever I asked for a snack or something, nobody could understand me while they understood everybody else. I literally remember spending an hour trying to say jellyfish with no luck. I kept hearing, "I'm sorry, but I do not understand you." So I spent the majority of my youth crying for hours on end, unsure why nobody could meet my needs, or unsure why I was not getting my need met. My mother remembers feeling lonely since she did not have anywhere to leave me when she wanted to meet friends or go to a movie. Instead, she sat at home with me since I did not have a social life. On picnics or festivals, the parents could socialize while the children ran off to play. However, my mom could not do that because she spent the entire time pushing me around in the stroll, and I could not, because I could not verbalize. I could not verbally engage with people my age. Ironically, I felt fine. I stopped paying attention to social interactions since I could not participate. Both the parties were the same way. I sat by the adults, ate the food, and asked, "Hey, when are we leaving?" even if I did it in American Sign Language. In fact, before the age of 3, I knew 300 signs in American Sign Language because that was my alternative communication method. I also found myself both seeking sensory and sensory, both being a sensory seeker and a sensory avoider. So I literally light up like a little Christmas tree light bulb when all the noise, the food, the lights, and the people went off. And I was like smiling, I was like waving, and then bam. I just wanted to leave, get the heck out of Dodge. Oh, I just fell asleep. My favorite party trick was to walk into a party and ask, "Hey, where's the food?" Eat the food, then leave. My food trauma did not help either. And my favorite thing to do about school, about school was leaving for similar reasons. I just loved getting in the car, feeling the nice breeze, and just rushing home. The classroom overwhelmed me. I could barely focus on regulating my body while trying to hold my emotions together. Getting poked, nudged, talked to, and surrounded by lights and noise made me mentally shut down. At times, I slept through an entire lesson. It was not that I wanted to engage, but engagement was too much. I couldn't hold my thought while I was trying to verbally communicate it because of how my mouth stumbled on words. When it came to making friends, I got ignored. Hardly anyone wanted to speak to somebody who sounded, in quotation marks, young for age. Don't get me started on trying to remember people's names. By 5th grade, this is when the severity of my differences really dawned on me. I asked, "Hey, do you think I could run class president?" A former friend at the time responded with, "No. People want someone who can remember their names, hold a conversation, stay calm in class, sound mature, and don't randomly scream when stressed out." Yes, I did scream when overwhelmed. And there are some, and I cannot begin to count the times as a 22-year-old adult that I would scream in the middle of the store, lecture hall, restaurant, casino, or in public when something overwhelms me. It could literally be the quietest noise or light flickering. Which goes on to my next point of even the smallest noise makes me jump. Real quickly, I want you to imagine how you would react if everything suddenly turned 10 times brighter, louder, smellier, and noisier around you. Would that quiet, unexpected background music startle you? Probably would. Or when somebody suddenly turned on the air conditioning. This is how I experienced the world. At times, I surprise my friends by responding to a conversation across the room. I hear almost everything and my voice does carry. Ironically, somebody once told me, "You are so loud for a noise-sensitive child." Upon further thinking, I realized that I increased my volume to match my surroundings. Alright, on to the next subject. I can also tell when I am tired or overstimulated. My thighs suddenly turn sensitive to the light touch over my pants seams. My mind turns foggy and I am unable to make decisions. It can take me up to 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, to order something or to choose or to make a decision when I'm in this state. Don't try to watch me, it actually makes it way worse. And that's when my mind goes into shutdown mode and I can barely keep my eyes open. This is when my ability to mask fails. For those unfamiliar with this term, it is an active attempt for an autistic individual to hide a disability and appear in quotation marks normal. This means no knockdowns, breaks, saying things as is, flapping or hand rocking, also known as stimming. For me, it also includes putting on my bubbly, excitable voice when I ask, "How are you doing?" while making small talk. Often my mask falls at the most inconvenient times, including when I'm walking with customers. I randomly begin crying mid-conversation without the ability to take a break. My biggest fears are being fired, rejected from an internship, or told, "We would love to have you here, but we don't have time to support your needs." If my supervisors were to see the real tired blood version of myself, that is what I worry about the most. I cannot begin to tell you how afraid of rejection I am during my days, both socially and professionally. And friends are actually far and few between. Whenever I think I made a friend, I realize it's often not friendship at all. For a while, I thought exchanging Instagram handles indicated a friendship. I remember feeling crushed when asked, "Hey, are you interested in seeing Zootopia?" And they responded, "No, not really." I texted 5 other people that day with no response. So I spent my weekend at home seeing everyone else's good times on Instagram. Recently, I thought I made some friends in the class I took. However, when the class ended, I got ghosted. I'm still unsure what I possibly did or said to potentially end the friendships. And sorry if my voice is sounding very immature right now. For the friends I do make, I hold these friendships close and dear to my heart. I did not make a best friend until I was 18 when I met someone from the online slot machine community. It is hard for me to make friends since people expect a good friend to remember their names, expand on previous conversations, or automatically advance the friendship. These things do not come naturally after years of not being able to speak or feeling welcomed into society. Often, my mind is too overwhelmed to recall names or previous events when put in a busy social situation. And also, to be honest, this is an incredibly painful experience. Even my artistry talents does not make up for the near constant social struggles and exhaustion I face almost every day. Yes, I appreciate the hypersensitivity to colors, lights, sounds, and textures when I'm trying to create an illustration. These moments make me question why I must deal with so much emotional grief from bullying and PTSD for these beautiful talents. And it's downright depressing too. I wish there was a way to sugarcoat the ending by saying, "At least I have talents, yay!" Unfortunately, most people see my disabilities before my artwork. And also please be careful when saying, "Well, you don't look autistic," when you see my artwork or my social skills. These phrases alone deny me the support that I demand in my day. So, I do want to thank you for watching, and if you wish to see more content like this, please be sure to hit the thumbs up.